So Ben H in Newtown, new customer. Scope of work is a handful of different items, so check to see what he accepts. It's going to be a mixture of mulch install, bush trimming, bed cleanup with and without, topsoil and seeding in the front and back, and some shrub tear outs. So starting over here, so it's going to be brown, brown non-dyed mulch. So starting here, you got to clean up the bed, mulch around here. Start walk around the house, just come back around the front. So mulch install here, rake out these beds, clean them up, light pruning and shaping of that if he accepts it. Pretty straightforward mulch install. So you got a lot of, I think they're hostas that never got cut back or anything, so cut them back, clean them out, rake them out, depending what it looks like on when we get out here. It may start to sprout again potentially, but yeah, so trim this up, shape it if he accepts. This one I would be careful about trimming, maybe even try to skip anything that's budding really good or already budding, just skip it. But yeah, rake out. Over here got for Cynthia, so trim and shape them. You could leave alone that tree. The one thing you're gonna notice, we're gonna price it both ways, he put down grass clippings in all of his beds. So I told him I would highly recommend getting rid of it before putting mulch down. I think he thought it was like good to put that in there. I mean, maybe a little bit was good, but I told him he went probably a little heavy because now he's going to have potentially some mold in there. So I'm going to price him as raking it out and removing it. Hopefully he's good with that, but he also wanted to price it, just pile it on top, which again, I told him I don't recommend, but if you really want it, I'd price it for him. But anyway, we'll price it as raking it out and get rid of it. But anyway, so you'll see that grass clippings kind of in most of the beds. He's got that going on. So rake them out potentially, and then mulch install. So, all right, so you got this bed, nothing going on back there. And then moving back over to here, so you got the grass clippings, rake them out, mulch it. He did say the weeds were really bad last year, so try to really bust it up good and spray it really good and put some preen down pretty well. Right here he planted like some peppers. He said he's going to dig them out and put them over here. So essentially we'll mulch it all the way to here, and then where that downspout is from there, he's going to make that a vegetable garden. So don't worry about this area at all the way down to past the downspout, like on the corner you'll see these little peppers plants that he planted. So this whole area, just leave it alone completely. He's gonna make it into a vegetable garden. And then moving back to here, mulch install. You got some pavers in here, probably take them out, mulch, clean up, mulch, put them back. Actually, now that I'm seeing, there is some stone here, so just prep the beds, but some of this is stone. If it's real light, you could maybe even get away with mulch, and he might not even know that there's some little stones down there. If it's real heavy with stone, I would just, I guess you could ask him, do you want it mulched on top of the stone, or do you want us to leave the stone, whatever. But anyway, and then moving over to here, rake out the beds, mulch them, a couple shrubs to trim. This whole area, rake it out, mulch it. Moving over to here, so that's the neighbor's bed, so don't worry about it. So moving to this area, he wants this priced a couple different ways. One would be that he wants these teared out. It's in the backyard, not gonna be able to get to it with chains or anything, so we're gonna have to just chainsaw it down, have PG come in and grind them out. I don't see you guys getting these out by any means. So I would chainsaw them down with PG and grind them, and then we'll have to come back probably for this section. But essentially what he wants a price on is two ways. One would be pretty much in alignment with that tree, he said, and there over, topsoil and seed the whole area. That's option one. Option two is he wants that area, same thing, the tree over, but he wants it to be playground mulch because he's going to be putting a play set here potentially. So we'll price it both ways, see which one he accepts, and then we'll just kind of cut out an area basically here, maybe go a little farther for playground mulch. That we probably wouldn't complete at the same time as this. Like I said, we might separate that and do that after PG grinds it up, gets it ready for us, then we can come back and do it. But anyway, that's that one portion of that. And then moving back to here, clean out these beds, Trim them up. Mulch install, no trimming there needed. Trim this guy up a little bit. I would leave that alone, and then trimming up of that. And then same thing here, just kind of clean up the beds, move those little paver things out, and then put them back after. Good amount of grass clippings. So that's the front, and then a tiny square little bed right there. So that's the front, and then the last section of work will be here. So he's looking for this bed to get cut in half. This half, topsoil and seed, wants grass to grow there. This half, the mulch. So again, you have to clean it out, mulch that area, cut a new spot for him. And then this area, he wants that ripped out. That's like a small plant, you can just kind of cut it down. This is a big boy, but you can probably work it with chains. Let me see, actually, honestly. It's pretty big, but it seems like the base is wiggling a little bit. You can give it a try with chains and see if we can rip it clean. Would be sweet. If not, it's another one. I would try to tackle this first. Maybe we can even try to coordinate it with PG. If we tackle this first, and then if we can't rip it out, we can hit him up, see if he can come while we're doing everything else. And then ideally we come back later when he comes and grinds it on the same day. But if not, potentially this would be one we'd have to hold off, get him to come, grind it up, and then clean up the chips, topsoil, and seed it. So, but yeah, that's it.